Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you with my March Madness predictions for the 2021 March Madness season. Before I continue, hit the thumbs up, please subscribe. Uh, Very appreciate if you do that. I'm just gonna go through each game. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on each one, and we're gonna pick a winner here. So, without further ado, let's get into it. First game, Gonzaga versus either is going to be Norfolk State or Appalachian State. I think Appalachian State beats Norfolk State, but Gonzaga is going to go ahead and win this one. In the 8-9, Oklahoma versus Missouri. I'm going to go with Missouri. I'm going to go with the 9-8 upset here. I just think Missouri's the better team. 5-12, Creighton versus University of California, Santa Barbara. I do think that, and a lot of people know the 5-12 upsets usually do happen. That's usually where you see the upsets at. I just don't see it here. I'm picking Creighton. 4 versus 13, Virginia versus Ohio. I'm gonna go with Virginia. Now, Virginia, they are coming off COVID. I think it's only one person who had it though, so I think Virginia's gonna be fine. If the whole team got it, I would be concerned, but I think Virginia will beat Ohio here in the first round. USC versus either Wichita State or Drake. I'm gonna say that I think Drake is going to win that game between Wichita State and Drake, but I think USC beats whoever wins that game. Kansas versus Eastern Washington. Give me Kansas in this one. They're the better team. Oregon versus VCU. I'm going with the 10-7 upset here. VCU over Oregon. VCU is the better team. Go ahead and give me them over Oregon. And then Iowa versus Grand Canyon. Give me Iowa. So in the round 32. And by the way, the games don't start to Friday. I think that's because of COVID, because they have to bring everybody to Indianapolis. The whole tournament's being held in Indianapolis, so I think they have to bring everybody into Indianapolis. So they're giving everybody an extra day. So it's Friday, Saturday for the round 64. Round 32 is Sunday, Monday. Gonzaga versus Missouri. I'm going with Gonzaga. Missouri, I think, will give them a fight, but at the end of the day, I gotta go with the Zags. Creighton versus Virginia. Give me Virginia in this one. They are the better team. USC versus Kansas. Give me Kansas in this one. Kansas is the better team here. USC might be the best team in the Pac-12. If you don't know much about college basketball, the Pac-12 sucks in college basketball as well. And then VCU and Iowa. I'm tempted to take VCU, but I'm going to go Iowa here because I just feel like Iowa is the better team. So this is my round 64 picks right here. Uh, Sweet 16, 1 versus 4. I am picking Virginia here in the upset. I do not believe Gonzaga is going to be making the Final Four, and I don't think they're actually going to get past the Sweet 16 because I think they're either going to run into a red hot Missouri team or a Virginia team that will beat them. So go ahead, give me Virginia to go ahead and push to the Elite Eight. And then give me Kansas here. I think Kansas beats Iowa here in the Sweet 16. I just don't completely trust Iowa. I trust Kansas more. So go ahead and give me Kansas. And then coming out of the West bracket here, Virginia versus Kansas. I'm gonna say that University of Kansas makes the Final Four. So that is my West bracket right here. We got Kansas coming out of the bracket, a number 3 seed. Now the South bracket. I got Baylor over Hartford. I think Baylor's the much better team. North Carolina versus Wisconsin in that 8-9 matchup. I think North Carolina does win that game. I don't trust Wisconsin at all. Nova versus Winthrop. Winthrop only has one loss, but all the wins are against a bunch of bad teams. Nova will win that game just on experience alone. Purdue versus North Texas. I'm going with Purdue here. They are the better team. North Texas isn't a bad team. I just think Purdue's the better team. Texas State versus Utah State. I'm going to go ahead and take Texas State, not Texas State, Texas Tech. I want to go ahead and take Texas Tech here. Utah State isn't a bad team, but Texas Tech, I'm telling you, I think the Big Ten and the Big 12 are the two best conferences for college basketball this season. And I know Texas Tech is a 6th seed, but they are a lot better than any team in the Mountain West. 3 versus 14, Arkansas versus Colgate. I'm going to go ahead and take Arkansas here. They're just the better team. Florida versus Virginia Tech in that 7-10 matchup. Give me Florida. I do not trust Virginia Tech at all. So go ahead and give me the Gators in that one. And then Ohio State versus Oral Roberts. I'll take Ohio State. So my round 64, those are my predictions right there. So now let's go to the round 32. 1 versus 8. I am tempted to take North Carolina, but I think Baylor will get ahead of North Carolina here. So give me Baylor. Nova versus Purdue. I'll take the 5-4 upset here and give me Nova over Purdue. I think both very good teams. I think it's going to be a very great game in the 4-5 matchup here, but I'm going to take Nova because I just have a gut feeling they're going to make a little bit of a run. Arkansas, I'll take them over Texas Tech. And then I'll take Ohio State over Florida. So those are my round 32 predictions. Sweet 16. I am going to go ahead and take Baylor. I think Baylor will go ahead and make the Elite 8. And I'm going to go ahead and take Arkansas to make the Elite 8. And then Baylor versus Arkansas. Give me Baylor to make the Final Four. So I got Baylor coming out of the South bracket. Now to the East bracket here. Michigan is the 1 seed. They're going to be facing Mount St. Mary's. As a Mountaineer, I am forced to, and a local to Mount St. Mary's. I'm pretty close to the school. I am forced to take Mount St. Mary's to beat Texas Southern, but I have to take Michigan. I'll be a fool to go ahead and take a 16 seed. I know it happened once with a school in Maryland, UMBC versus Virginia, but I don't see it. LSU versus St. Bonaventure. This could go either way, but I'm going to take LSU. I just have more faith in them than St. Bonaventure. 5 versus 12. I'm taking Georgetown. They're coming in hot. Colorado, I really don't think is that good of a team. And I'm going to go ahead and take Georgetown in the surprising 5-12 upset here. Florida State versus Florida State versus UNC Greensboro. I'm going to take Florida State. They're the better team. Give me them. Number 6 BYU against either number 11 Michigan State or number 11 UCLA. I expect Michigan State to win that game against UCLA. I think Michigan State actually goes on to beat BYU. I do trust Coach Tom Izzo there, so go ahead and give me Michigan State. And I'm assuming Michigan State wins that game. If it's not, if Michigan State somehow loses to UCLA, I do think BYU will beat UCLA. But I'm going to say Michigan State beats UCLA. Texas versus Abilene Christian. Give me Texas. They're coming off the Big 12 championship. I think they could roll into this game. I think they go ahead and take care of Abilene Christian. 7 versus 10 seed. I am a Maryland Terps fan. I am picking the Terps. Call me biased. I don't care. The Randy S.L. Bowl here. Give me Maryland over UConn. Maryland's more battle tested than UConn. I think Maryland could get the job done against UConn. Give me them. And then Alabama versus Iona, or I think that's how you pronounce it. Give me Bama. Now, a little note here, Iona, their coach is Rick Pitino, so they do have a very good coach. But I'm going to go ahead and take Alabama because I just think Alabama has more talent than Iona. So round 32, I'm taking Michigan. They're better than LSU. Give me them. I'm going to go ahead and take Florida State. I think Florida State is the better team than Georgetown. I think Georgetown will kind of fuse out against Florida State. So give me Florida State. I'm going to go ahead and take Texas. I do think Michigan State could pull off the upset. If you're looking for a team to make, not a top 4 team to make the Sweet 16, I think that could be one. But I'm going to go ahead and keep it safe here and take Texas. And then sadly, as a Terps fan, I think we lose to Alabama. Good. So I got to take the Crimson Tide over my Terps. Sweet 16, I'm taking Michigan. I do think Michigan will be Florida State. I'm going to go ahead and take Bama over Texas. I think Texas kind of fuses out. I think Bama is the better team. I'll go ahead and take Bama. And then I'll take Michigan out of, I'll take Michigan out of the East bracket to make the Final Four. Now to the Midwest. Uh, we got Illinois here as your 1 seed. I'm going to take them over Drexel. I really don't see any 1 seed losing this year. In the 8-9 matchup, I know people are high on Georgia Tech, but Loyola Chicago is a very good team in my opinion. I'm going to take them to beat Georgia Tech. 5 versus 12. I'm going to go ahead and take Tennessee here over Oregon State. Oregon State's only in the tournament because they won the Pac-12 championship. So they are a hot team right now, but go ahead and give me Tennessee. 4 versus 13. I am very tempted to take Liberty in this one, but I gotta go Oklahoma State. I do think they are the better team. I'm going to take Oklahoma State over Liberty. 6 versus 11. San Diego State versus Syracuse. Give me Syracuse in this one. I'll take the 11-6 upset here. I know San Diego State's a good team, but you never count out Syracuse when it comes to college basketball. If you know anything about college basketball, you just them, Michigan State, um, you just Duke, never count them out. And Duke and Kentucky's not in this tournament for the first time since 1976 combined, both of them. So it's really weird seeing that. But go ahead, give me Syracuse over San Diego State. Give me West Virginia versus Morehead State. West Virginia, they run a system that they're just gonna bully whoever they play. Give me Clemson over Rutgers. I don't think Rutgers is really that good of a team, so go ahead and give me Clemson. And then it's Houston versus Cleveland State. Give me Houston. They'll take care of Cleveland State. So round 32 matchups. Upset alert. I think Illinois loses in the second round. They're coming off the Big Ten tournament championship there. I just don't trust Illinois. I really don't. I've seen multiple times this year that they just lost games just out of the blue. I think this is one of them. Give me Loyola Chicago to go ahead and beat Illinois in the round 32. I'm taking Oklahoma State versus Tennessee. I do think that Oklahoma State's the better team. I'm going to go ahead and take Syracuse over West Virginia. I think Syracuse makes a deep run. West Virginia, don't really trust them. They lost a lot of games down the stretch. I don't really have a good feeling about them. Go ahead, give me Syracuse over West Virginia. And I'll take Houston over Clemson. Houston's the better team. Sweet 16. I do think Loyola Chicago's runs ends here. I'm taking Oklahoma State to make the Elite Eight. I'm taking Houston to make the Elite Eight, and then I'm going to take Oklahoma State to go to the Final Four. I honestly think they might have the easiest path, because in my opinion, if Illinois doesn't lose to Loyola Chicago, they're losing to Oklahoma State in the Sweet 16. So I'm going to go ahead and take Oklahoma State. I'm not really sold on Houston. So my Final Four is 3 Big 12 teams and a Big 10 team. I'm just being pretty honest with everybody here. I think either a team out of the Big 12 or the Big 10 wins the whole thing. I do think the Big 12, some of their teams have easier paths to the Final Four. So that's why you see 3 Big 12 teams and 1 Big 10 team. We'll start off with the Kansas-Michigan matchup. I'm picking Michigan over Kansas. Michigan's the better team. Kansas, I feel like it's a very good team. I think this game will be a back and forth game, but give me Michigan at the end. Baylor, Oklahoma State. I do think that Baylor wins this game. I think Oklahoma State kind of fuses out, but overall, I just think Baylor's the better team. And then we got Michigan and Baylor. I am picking the University of Baylor to win the whole thing. I think Baylor is one of the top teams in the country, the top 3 in FPI. 10 out of 12 past winners in March Madness were top 3 in FPI. And I do think that Baylor wins the whole thing. I got Baylor in this one. I'm going to go Baylor 73 to 67. I think it's a close game, but go ahead and give me Baylor over Michigan here in March Madness. And it looks like I'm eligible for something here. I could get a home theater system or a $5,000 gift card. I'm gonna take the home theater set here because maybe I can have a nice theater and watching a college football game or something. So those are my picks. I'll submit it after I'm done the video here. But comment down below. Tell me your March Madness bracket. Always like hearing from you all. Thanks for watching. McD the Beast signing off.